welcome to the pod. I'm your host, Grace, and with us we have Adam, who's going to teach us all about how to become an ethical queer brand owner. Thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. So please tell me what that means.
So I am the founder of Rainbow Unco, which is an LGBTQIA plus apparel and accessories brand. So I design and produce everything from badges, t-shirts, stickers, tote bags, mugs, prints, pretty much anything that anyone requests.
Nice. This is so good because, as we know, this landed on my desk from someone recommending you and that uses your product. So I can't wait to hear how this kind of thing even begins because it's not like something I've heard before. But first of all, let's just take us back and tell us what you wanted to be when you were growing up.
Yeah, so I feel like probably the first thing I wanted to be when I grew up was like a footballer.
Okay.
But that's just like a pipe dream. That was never going to happen.
We get that answer a lot, honestly. Like a lot of people wanted to be a footballer.
But then I feel like I just always wanted to do something creative. So I feel like when I was like primary school, I probably would have said like an illustrator.
Oh, nice.
So I was like just really into drawing and creative things and then design in general. I love anything to do with design.
Nice.
Whether it's like graphic design that I use in my work and stuff or like interior design and stuff like any sort of design, yeah.
So when you were in school, did you take that on into further studies or did it change did you go to uni? Or?
Yeah. So at college in high school I did like graphic design. College I did business, marketing, graphic design, media. And then at uni I did advertising design. So it's like...
You've always been in the design field.
It's just the creative side of advertising, basically.
Nice. And did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it, yeah.
Loved the uni side of things?
Not so much.
Okay, fine. Was it like not what you expected?
No, so I'm autistic and I'm just not a very I'm a social person, but I need quiet time to recharge, whereas obviously the uni experience, everyone's like, do you want to go out and get drunk? And I don't drink either, so it was just kind of...
It's a different
I lived in at uni, but I came home every weekend.
Yeah, that's
because it wasn't that far, yeah.
I think it's like you don't know what a uni is like until you get there.
Yeah.
And if you need it for what you want to do as a job, it's hard because it's not for everyone.
Yeah. I think looking back, I'd go back now and have a great time.
Yeah.
But it took me until my third year to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And then I was leaving. So
Is that because of the autism? Or
I think so. And it just took me... It takes me a while to get used to situations and stuff, and obviously it's all new people and all new living away from home and all that kind of thing. So I thrived more at uni until my second year. I had a bit of a meltdown because it was all too much and I had to come home. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, I was still top of my class.
Oh,
even though I was having a breakdown at the same time.
You can multitask.
Well, yeah.
That's so impressive to hear, though, isn't it? Because it is constant change. You get used to something in year one and then year two, it's a whole new thing, a whole new timetable. You've got to find somewhere new to live. It is quick. It's fast paced. So it's impressive to hear as well that you smashed it so well.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
So what did you do when you finished uni?
So when I finished uni and probably through uni, I'd always had an Etsy shop or some sort of sideline doing logos for people or social media for people. So I had an Etsy shop prior to the business that I've got now.
What was on the Etsy shop? Sorry, was it doing that logo stuff?
No, so it was stationery, greeting cards and...
Oh, nice.
I did things like Santa's nice list certificates and
cute little bits.
Yes, yeah, just cute little bits that you sell on Etsy. It weren't there was no plan for it to be a big business or anything. It was just get a bit of pocket money, basically. Mm-hmm. And then when I finished uni, I started working for a luxury leather jacket brand, doing basically packing and picking and packing orders and stuff, but also doing social media and that kind of things because it was only the owner and me and another person. Mm-hmm. It was really small. Started in the owner's bedroom, spare bedroom, but they're massive now.
That's cool. It's also very random. I wasn't going to expect you to say
that. Yeah, I don't even remember how I got that job. I must have just seen an advert for it and it was someone who does design, marketing, yeah.
And you just went for
and I
it.
just applied for it and they were like, yeah.
That's so good. Yeah. How long were you there for?
I think I was there for probably 18 months, 2 years. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up working as a social media manager full time with the leather jacket brand. It was more like freelance. So I was still like self-employed, did freelance work for them. And then I became a social media manager in a full-time, like 9 to 5. It wasn't 9 to 5, but you know what I mean? It was like a full-time job, doing social media and doing the design side of that as well.
And did you enjoy that part?
I did, but then it was just there was a lot of pressure. So it's like I started and there was like 3 clients. And then by the time I left, I had like 27 clients and I had another mental health breakdown basically. But because they were trying to maximize the profit in the business by cutting back on. So it was like, oh, you need to do 3 months worth of a brand's social media in a day. And it's like, you can't be creative and you can't it wasn't possible.
Yeah.
But they tried to like make systems to make it possible, but it just pushed me to the brink.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I basically had a mental health breakdown then. That's when I was 27 and that's when I got my autism diagnosis because it was like impacted my life that much.
Ah, so you didn't have it till you were 27. Yeah. That's interesting.
It was, everyone not like knew, but it just hadn't impacted my life to the point where it was an issue. But then it did because I was like, I can't go back into a 9 to 5 and work for someone else because I just couldn't cope. But people didn't know. Like in the office, I was like the favourite. Everyone's like, oh, you're so lovely, so like jolly and friendly and everything. And I am those things, but I also then go home and sleep for a week.
It must, that's what I was just about to say. It must have been absolutely exhausting because like, even with you saying at uni that you kind of knew that you had it, but then you were still smashing it in your grades, it's like a double life. It's so much going on.
It is, yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's just like that masking. So.
And did it really help when you, like work-wise, when you got your diagnosis?
I think,
like,
because then it allowed me to be like, there's a reason for it. I don't need to pressure myself to do that standard 9 to 5 job. Like, I can figure something out for myself. And that's how I started Rainbow Unco, because I quit my job because I was like, Mum, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I started Rainbow Unco just based on going to Pride myself and not seeing I'm trans and a lot of my friends were trans at the time. And we weren't represented in the merch stuff that was at Pride events. It was all just targeted at cis gay men. And there was nothing for any other part of the community. So you wouldn't see merch for bisexual people, you wouldn't see merch for lesbians. It was just for gay men, basically. So I was like, I'll design some stuff, and I'm very like self-motivated, so I do everything myself. So I just like go on YouTube, teach myself to build a website, teach myself to do everything, basically.
That is amazing, because I can imagine just security-wise, like leaving a full-time job is scary anyway.
Yeah, well, that was like the first full-time job I'd had. But then looking back, there is that pattern of I would last 12 to 18 months in a job.
Really?
And then be like, I'm burnt out, I can't cope.
Yeah.
So, and obviously there were a reason for that, but I didn't know the reason at the time.
And when you got the answer, that's when it's like, there's no way I'm going back. You knew for a fact.
Yeah.
I think,
even now I say the same, like if my business failed tomorrow, I couldn't go and work for someone else.
Never.
I'd just start another business.
I think that's really impressive, because I think sometimes it's like, it'd be hard to motivate yourself to be like, I can't do, if you feel like you can't do something, it's hard to pick yourself up and be like, I'll try and do something else. Like that can be a lot, especially if you really did have like a breakdown and stuff.
Yeah.
With the, like, because it's quite a niche business that you've got.
Yeah.
Did you notice that other people were noticing the need for this, or was this just something in your gut that you're like, I'm just going to go for this?
I think I got in quite early.
Yeah.
So I started the business in 2018. As I say, just because I didn't see merchandise that was representative of more of the LGBT community than just gay men. But then since I started, there's been a lot of more competition and things.
Is that good, or?
Well, yeah, I know. I think it is good because it gives people the options. But I've also seen brands start, and I'm like, oh, what are they up to? Doing similar things, and then they disappear because they've either gone too hard at it, they've gone viral for one T-shirt, bought a warehouse, and then 6 months later they've gone bust.
Yeah.
Whereas that's where being autistic has given me an advantage because I've grown my business to suit me.
Mm-hmm.
So like some people would look at my business and be like, oh, he's only making that much. But I was like, I've ran it by myself for 8 years and now I'm at a position that I can start hiring other people and growing. And it's not caused me to burn out. I've not been able to have another job where I could do for 8 years.
100%.
So it's fine by me. Like it's slow. Every year it grows. And I feel like I've not even... I have tried to make it grow, but I feel like I've not really tried that much.
Yeah.
As in it's been purposely a slow burner so that I didn't get overwhelmed, basically.
You've made it fit around what you need, which is wonderful because you don't hear that a lot in jobs or in the workplace. But just going back to the very, very beginning, so you saw this niche and what's the very first thing you think you need to do?
I was literally just like, oh, I can start, because I'd already had an Etsy shop.
Yeah, of course.
Previously, I was just like, oh, I'll open an Etsy. And then, it like took off. And then I was like, well, I'll have to build my own website and so that I can manage my customers. And because with Etsy, you don't get access to like emails or anything like that for your customers. So it's Etsy's audience, so it's not really your audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
With like the orders and stuff, I guess you get the merch made somewhere else?
Oh, no. So initially I did print on demand.
Okay.
So that's like an order comes in and I would basically pay for it to be printed and shipped direct to the customer. Now I do like 90% of it in my apartment.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that just because it's better to have like more control over your product?
Yeah, so I've got more control. I can see what's being sent out to people. I'm very much a perfectionist.
Okay.
And so I like to see like the quality of stuff going out.
Yeah.
And also there's just better margins doing it yourself. But obviously there's a limit to bringing stuff in-house with...
Yeah.
I've mentioned to you before, I've just got a mug press to bring my mugs in-house, but then it's like, do I buy 1,000 mugs to get the best price? And where am I putting those 1,000 mugs?
Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably, once you start doing it for yourself, you're like, I can do anything. Yeah, and then you just, where does it end?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Even like growing, how did you find like growing your customers? Did that happen very naturally or?
Yeah, I feel like it did happen naturally because it's just like other people who were part of the LGBT community saw me doing stuff like with the trans flag or stuff for a lesbian audience and no one else was doing it. So then they just like came to buy from me instead because it wasn't anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so educational as well. Like I was saying, I've got that booklet where it has like all the flags and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that before anywhere else. And also like, I wouldn't even know that there was that many. So having that just on the desk to learn from is such a lovely thing.
Yeah, because that came from going to Pride events and like I was selling badges and stuff and then getting into conversations with people saying, oh, what's that flag? What's that flag? What's that flag? And obviously I would tell them.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, we'll make a pocket guide and like that's like my best seller now.
It's so good. Yeah, it's really handy.
Yeah.
I think also like with like everything you're selling, you must be so clued up on everything yourself. Like this must be your topic.
I mean, it is, but
Okay.
I also doubt myself. Like, I'm like, oh, don't come to me like I'm not an expert. But I suppose other people probably would think I was.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
But I feel like it's so vast. Like you're saying that pocket guide's got all these flags in that you didn't think of. That's still a pocket guide. That's not all the flags that are out there. It's not all the identities that are out there.
Yeah.
You know, there's sometimes, because I can see what people search on my website, someone will have searched for a sexuality or an identity and I'm like, I've never heard of that before. And then I'll have to go
Really?
and research it. Yeah.
So you're constantly learning and growing as well.
And it's because people over time, like, it's like with the word queer, like older LGBT people don't, well, some of them use it, but a lot of them don't because that was used derogatory towards them. But like it's been reclaimed by a younger audience. Language and stuff changes all the time.
Yeah.
So like, you know, in 50 years, someone, we might say they were bisexual now, but they might be called something else in 50 years because language changes. So you just like constantly learning. I'm a geek, so I like to learn and know everything.
It's good to have that about your own business though. I feel like no one's going to do it better than you're going to do it. I feel like maybe you enjoyed it because of it not being stressful. But was there ever a time where like working on your own or for yourself can be lonely or there's tricky things to that?
I'm quite the introvert, so I don't mind working alone and things. It's basically the opposite. So I have my support worker, Carol, and now my mum's working for me, but I'll have a call with Carol, be on a Zoom with her, for like 3 hours and then I'll just go to bed for the rest of the day because I'm like, I can't function because I've spoke to someone for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I do quite like being on my own.
Yeah.
But that is something that I'm needing to navigate as the business grows because, you know, not every employee is going to be my mum.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you mentioned that you're going to start hiring people.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Is that like a stressful thing?
I feel like I do, but more because of the pressure I put on myself. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be the best manager, the best boss that I could be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, as my business works for me, I want it to work for my employees as well.
Yeah.
Like, in the sense that, yes, the business, the brand is like an ethical brand, but that's not just through what we sell or what we design. I want it to apply to the culture of the business, and so bringing other people in. Obviously, the more people that are involved, the more like points of view there are, and there's loads to consider.
Yeah, for sure, because it starts getting like bigger and bigger, and it's like your baby, isn't it? This
Yes,
business.
yeah.
So, what would you look for when you're hiring someone? Is it something you've done before?
No, but I feel like I wouldn't look for like, oh, they've got these skills, or I would be more open to anyone and looking at their morals and their, you know, what's their position on certain topics. Like, obviously I'm not going to hire someone who's like homophobic or whatever.
Yeah.
But just, I'd be more interested in them as a person because, like I say, I've taught myself to do everything. So I can teach someone else.
That's so nice, because you're giving someone an opportunity that may not even think they have that opportunity right now.
And you've got to think as well, like, I try to, when I work with other people, hire within the LGBT community.
Yeah.
So, like, I have a blog writer, Tilly. She's part of the community. If I hire anyone else, obviously I'm not just putting a job advert out there and being like, only you can apply. But it's important because things like, if you've got LGBT teens at school, they might have like been out of school because they've been bullied, or they might not have the qualifications that someone else might have. So it would be restrictive of me to be like, well, you've got to have an A level in business.
Yeah, which like a lot of people do before they even see the CV
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
It's so nice to have such an open mind. That's what you can do as a business owner, isn't it? How
I try
wonderful. Yeah, for sure. I have no doubt. Like it's going to grow really well. But if you're fine working on your own, like what has been one of the hardest things about doing the business, or any challenges?
I think it is just like the perception from other people. Either people think, oh, you must be making bank because you're still doing it, or you sat at home doing nothing.
Yeah, there's no in between.
Yeah, because you work at home, it's like, well, what are you doing? You know, even my husband is like, can you put some washing in? Can you do this? And I'm like, I'm working.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but you're at home.
Yeah,
Just because I've not gone out to work.
it still works.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're constantly like having to explain yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Is your husband in a normal 9 to 5? Yeah. So it's very different worlds, isn't it?
He's like, comes home at 5. He finishes works at 5, gets home, and then he's like, sat in the lounge, and he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm still working. I'm just finishing this.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it's 5 o'clock now.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, my job does not have a clocking off point.
This is not what it's about.
No.
Do you do all the posting and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do literally everything.
You must be really organised.
I mean, obviously, I must be in some way. Like, people say these things to me, and they're like, oh, you must be doing this and you must be really busy and stuff. And I am, and I have been. But I also, like I said previously, I'll have a call and socialise for a few hours and then have a lie down for the rest of the day.
It like wipes you out.
And that makes me think, oh, I'm being lazy. But obviously, my business wouldn't still be here 8 years later if I was being lazy, would
8
it?
years is a really great amount of time to be growing something as well. What's one of the best things that's happened because of your company?
For me, it's like there's obviously like awards and stuff. So I've won like small business awards.
Oh, that's cool.
Things, yeah. Met Sue Perkins at the Small Business Awards.
That's a great one.
Gave her one of my queer existence pins. And that's nice. Like, my mum comes with me to the awards ceremonies, and it's nice to like share that with people.
Yeah, for sure.
But like for me, like it's the best part of it is just like the LGBT community, like accepting me and trusting me with representing them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm not really, sounds stupid to be a business owner and say, I'm not there for the money, or I'm not there for the awards or whatever. As long as I'm okay and thriving and I'm supporting my community, then
you're happy.
I'm happy, yeah.
I love that. It's a very special thing to be doing, isn't it? With the awards, how does that come about? Like, do people find you? Do you put yourself in?
So my support worker, Carol, she works with me most days a week. And I found Carol through Access to Work, which is after my autism diagnosis. I applied to Access to Work, and then they provide funding for different things, one of them being a support worker. And she's very much like my cheerleader, and she's like, we'll apply for this, we'll apply for that.
I love that.
I'm like, Carol, crack on.
Do what you need to do.
I'm not very good at like tooting my own horn.
It's hard.
But then when I read the application forms, I'm like, I'd give me an award. That sounds amazing.
That's why you need these cheerleaders, though, isn't it? Because it's so hard to big yourself up. Like it is. Like you feel like you don't deserve it, or you should be quieter, or like, next year you'll do it. But
I just feel like I'm always like, it could be more. So I'm like, yeah, I've done that, but next year I could double that, or I could, and I'm like, what's more?
I hear that, like, we hear this a lot on the pod, but like people are always like, what's the next thing? It's so hard to just be in the moment and celebrate what's happening at that very moment. It is tough.
Yeah.
With the support worker, so this is really cool. This is something I didn't know that existed.
Yeah.
So you can apply for that and give your reason why you needed a support worker.
Yeah, so it's for any like disabled people. Like you could be blind, you could be deaf, you could be neurodivergent. And yeah, you can apply through Access to Work, it's called. So I got provided with a rise and fall desk, different software that's like helps with neurodivergent brains, basically. And then obviously Carol, my support worker, and I also pay my blog writer through Access to Work as well.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's really like amazing to hear that these programs exist because I don't know.
It's not well known, but I think it's more well known now. Like it's
Are they getting bigger? Like trying to help more people?
Well, yeah, it's just more people finding out about it.
Yeah,
it's like one of those government things that they don't tell you about.
Of course.
Because maybe if I'd have known about it, I could have had support in my previous jobs.
Yeah.
And then I would have ended up in this position. But
well, thank God you did.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad I did.
Now, yeah, for sure. Tell me about, like, you were saying the pocketbooks was like the bestseller, right? So what else like sells really well? What do you enjoy making?
What do I enjoy making? I don't think there's anything specifically that I like, certain products that I enjoy making. Probably more like T-shirts and tote bags and stuff, pressing the stuff on them, the practical side of actually doing it. But stuff that sells well is mostly trans-related stuff sells the best. Or stuff that's jumps on like the back of a meme.
Okay.
So like one of my best sellers is "And They Were Two Mates." So I don't know if you know the meme. There's like a woman like running through New York and she just screams like "And they were roommates." But it's like a thing in queer culture that, if they find two skeletons buried together, they'll assume it's a man and a woman. And then if they find out it was two men or two women, they'll just go, "Well, they were just roommates." They could be embraced and like buried with all stuff to show that they were a couple.
Got you.
But they'll just go, no, they were roommates.
Right.
So then part of my Halloween collection a couple of years ago I did, and they were two mates with these skeletons embracing on it. And people love it.
That is good.
I like, it's really niche though as well, I feel like. So I get reviews and someone's like, "Oh my God, I'm an archaeology student. This is amazing." And I'm like, wow. Like, yeah, I didn't make it for archaeology students, but yeah.
It is finding your niche, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like finding that little thing that people like. So that's another thing as well, because I was just thinking about you making the educational stuff, but you actually get to be really creative with it. And you get to see trends and make stuff. Like,
it's like you can turn anything into like something LGBTQ focused. Like it's not necessarily about it has to be a big like activist statement or anything like that. Like I'll look at like trends for 2026 or whatever and say it's like animal print. That I could do like a leopard print in the colours of the bisexual flag or the colours of some flag. A lot of people prefer that kind of thing where it's subtle.
Yeah.
So only someone who knows the colours of that flag would know that leopard print was bisexual colours.
Yeah,
because there's stuff in shops like that's not designed that way, but it's using them colours. Whereas if you identified that way, you would recognise it as your flag.
That's really cool.
So it's a big scale of subtle to, you know,
yeah.
just a big T-shirt that's like, I'm gay on it.
The really obvious stuff.
Yeah.
But that is fun that you're looking at stuff and thinking, oh, like, how can I incorporate this, or how can I use this in my business?
Well, that's like I say, like I've always been interested in design and stuff, and like looking at trends in like pattern and stuff like that. Trends in anything like film and books and everything to do with like just culture in general.
Yeah.
And like what's going on in general fashion. Obviously, my stuff is more targeted, but then I still need to be like looking at, you know, what they're selling in Primark or whatever to see.
You got to like stay topical.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you take like requests from people?
Yeah,
or?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I always say like, you know, just tell me what you want because it's me doing it. Like I can turn around the designs dead quick and there's more flexibility. So if someone's like, their identity is not represented, I'm like, oh, just tell me and I'll do it. And it's like, you can't go in a shop and do that, can you?
No, absolutely. That's what I was thinking. Like it's such a safe place for people to go.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful.
Even just like colours and stuff. So I did like a retro range and it's on a vintage white shirt, which is like a cream colour. Someone messaged me and they were like, I look dead in that colour. Can I have it in a different colour? I was like, you can have it in whatever colour you want.
I love them specific requests.
I was like, yeah, I do. The more specific is the better because it's
just fun.
Yeah, and it helps me like get into the minds of my customers and stuff as well. And
sounds like you really care about like the people you're serving, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is really wonderful. Yeah. Is this your dream job?
I feel like working for myself is my dream job and designing is my dream job. So yeah.
So pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What is the goal? What is the dream?
So basically I want everyone to be buying their Pride and LGBTQ merch from a queer-owned business. Doesn't necessarily have to be me, but you know, I want to try and get involved with the bigger brands who produce Pride merch and make sure that they're doing it properly, so they're not rainbow washing. They're not just.
What is rainbow washing?
So rainbow washing is like, oh, it's June, we're going to make our logo rainbow.
Ah, good.
But you know, we're still funding other businesses or other areas that are doing anti-LGBTQ things.
Got you.
Because it's like big companies like banks and stuff like that. It's like, oh, well, we're going to have a float in the parade, but then we're also funding wars and stuff like that. And it's like, no, don't fit with my morals.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like my business. Like being autistic, I have very strong morals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, people try to like get me to deviate all the time. Like, oh, you could just do this. And I'm like, no, absolutely not.
That is
like,
nice.
I need to be, because I don't want my customers turning around and saying, oh, well, actually, Adam at Rainbow Unco says X, Y, Z, but on the side, he's doing something that's the complete opposite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good to have such strong morals.
Yeah.
Especially when
I
you've got
think
your
it
own
is.
company.
Yeah.
So you want to help other businesses as well,
Yeah,
then, not
yeah.
just your own. So you could be like a consultant. That's
So I do
cool.
wholesale and selling to other, and then we do work with corporates. So like the Pocket Guide you mentioned, we've like rebranded it so it's for that corporate, like with a foreword from their HR people or whatever. And like I say, like these bigger companies get involved with Pride, but then they just go on Amazon and order flags.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it's not like you've not got the money, is it?
Yeah.
You don't need to go on Amazon for a bargain. You could pay a couple of quid more for a flag and support a queer-owned small business. And it's more ethical and it reflects better on your business. Like it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
There's no
Absolutely.
need for you to be going on Amazon or AliExpress or whatever and being like, oh, I can save £1 on that.
Yeah.
When their budgets are like thousands anyway.
Yeah. It's
And it
so
makes
true.
such a big difference to a small business.
Yeah.
Like a corporate coming in can spend like $5,000, whereas like a normal customer will just buy like a t-shirt
Yeah.
for like 25 quid. The difference that makes to me, like if I had one corporate a month,
Yeah. That's
is
a game
massive.
changer.
Yeah. And that allows me to build a more sustainable business and then support the community through those larger orders.
100%. Just going back to the corporate orders though, would you do them all from your apartment?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a lot. That's
It
really
depends. Like
impressive.
a lot, some of the stuff like is outsourced, so like I can't make enamel pins in my
Yes,
apartment because I don't
got
have
you.
factory. But T-shirts, badges, stickers, anything that I can make in-house, that I do make in-house.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But it would depend on the size of the order. If someone said, "Oh, I want 10,000 stickers," then I'd probably outsource it.
Yeah, that's fair. You see how it goes.
Yeah.
It would be really cool, wouldn't it, to be like, oh, we've had this checked with Adam and we know it's all legit so we can use it. Like having that kind of status would be really cool. Yeah, which I'm sure you already have in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
But for like bigger corporates, like you say, that
I think
they're doing something.
Going forward, like I'll thinking about putting something together that is like a little, not a certification, but like that kind of thing where you can say that, look, you know, Rainbow Unco have looked over our plans for Pride Month and said, we're doing it right, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. We're approved.
Yeah.
That's really, I love that ambition. I think that's a great one. I'll be listening out for that. I'll be like, is it Rainbow Unco approved? What advice would you give to someone who, you know, might have gone through something similar or wants to do something similar? What would you say?
I would just say, go for it. And like I said, I teach myself how to do anything. Even now, if I'm like, someone's like, oh, why don't we bring the mugs in-house? I'm like, I'll just go on YouTube and like watch someone making mugs and like research everything. And like all the information's out there. It's not like you've got the internet these days. Like it's not like you've come up with an idea and you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Like all the information you could ever want in the world is freely available to you. So there's no excuse to be like, oh, I need to make a website, but I'm not a designer. I'm not a thing. It doesn't matter if it's like a crap version.
Yeah, just
like
do it.
just do it. Like you're better off having it become a thing than it's sat in your head and you're like, oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, just start it.
Yeah, just start it.
Perfect. Well, that was wonderful. Honestly, I think it's an amazing business and I'm sure we're going to be seeing so much more of it. But thank you so
Hopefully
much.
so. Thank you very much.